All right. We are joined today on the Thunder Laser Customer Spotlight by Josh Evans from Lone Star Adhesive. Josh, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. So we'll just start off and you can tell us a little bit about yourself. You're already pretty well known, but for anybody that doesn't know, tell us who you are and what you do.
So my name is Josh, and I own a company called Lone Star Adhesive, and we specialize in thermal activated adhesive and premium leatherette for hat patch material. And we've slowly um, kind of morphed into a kind of a one-stop shop with uh, laser engravable blanks and a few things like that, keychains. Koozies a trademark term, so we can't use that. So we call them can dusters, and just a lot of other things. So, and also we found out that our adhesive worked really good with acrylic, and you can actually turn an acrylic patch into a hat patch with our adhesive. So, actually, I got one right here. I want to show you guys. So, that right there is it's a nickel to black to turquoise. So pretty cool. And it's a hard, rigid material, and you just heat it up and it activates and you're good to go.
Awesome. Well, obviously, you didn't just start and have all these things. So tell us a little bit about your background, where you came from, and how you got to this point of starting Lone Star.
So, I've always loved hats, and it was a thing where I really loved the patch, I didn't like the hat, or I really liked the hat, didn't like the patch, and I was like, well, why can't I do it myself? I kind of dabbled in some woodworking, and I did powder coating for a little bit, and so I've always been just really a type of person to do it myself. YouTube's a great tool for that. I tell everybody I'm YouTube certified.
Right.
And so just, being able to learn the process and everything. And I'm a fixer. I love to fix problems. And so one day I decided I actually started with Glowforge. And shortly after that, I just found out that kind of wasn't the route I wanted to go. I ended up buying a Thunder laser. I bought a Nova 24. That thing still works today, which it's about 6 years old. But they're built like tanks and haven't had a single issue with it. And, we just started cutting out patches, and originally I was hand gluing everything on. And if you've ever hand glued anything on, you know what I'm talking about. It's either it's too much adhesive or too little adhesive. And it just becomes just a mess that's very time consuming. And so at that point, it was either me find a smoother, faster process, or quit completely. I was almost at that point. And so I decided to, I happened to stumble on a really good adhesive, and I used that for about 8 months. It gave me kind of a competitive advantage over everybody in the market. And then I kept seeing on Facebook everybody having issues, and it was just a thing where I'm like, man, I got a solution for this. And so we I thought on a bigger scale and thought I could fix a lot of people's problems, and that's where Lone Star Adhesive came about. So, and that's where we're at today.
Awesome. So you and I are a lot alike. We are problem solvers, problem fixers.
Yeah.
So going back to you got this started. About how long have you been doing this? As Lone Star Adhesive, from when you launched.
So Lone Star Adhesive, we launched July 9th, 2023. So
Okay.
we're coming up on two years. We still got a couple months left, but we're creeping up on it, and it's been a ride. It's been an amazing ride. We've got a Facebook group that's got 30,000 people in it, and it's just a great, I mean, great community. It's like a bunch of family, and it's just a blessing to be a part of. And yeah, I couldn't have seen myself here 2 years ago. So, and we've been able to, through, not necessarily, I guess you would say, constructive criticism. It's people always think that griping's a bad thing. When in our business, it's not, because it gives us an opportunity to get feedback to help us improve our products, and also innovate. Competition is also good for our community, because just that breeds innovation. So, we've been able to really, with the group that we have and all the input that we get, we've been able to definitely stay, on the top of the market, be the first, and we love it. Be very innovative, and just see stuff that nobody else sees, and it helps drive sales for everybody, and that's what we love about it. So,
That's awesome. So you mentioned you started with a Glowforge. I think that's the same story as a lot of people have, including myself,
oh yeah.
but have since upgraded to, Thunder and some other lasers. So what about Thunder and the lasers that you have, do you like most about working with them?
Uh, I guess just the reliability, knowing that I'm not going to go down, and if for any reason I do go down, I when you're working with suppliers, and this goes for me as a supplier, or me as a consumer, because I'm a consumer as well, and I hold suppliers to a certain kind of a standard that we hold ourselves to, and it's just having somebody that has your back. You want, let's say it always happens Friday night, you got an order to deliver Saturday, or, any day of the week. It's always crunch time, and something goes wrong. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about, Sam.
Yeah.
It never happens at the right times. And so, just having somebody that's gonna just kind of talk you through it, just kind of be a partner in a way, and just kind of, you want to build those relationships, and that's kind of where Thunder is kind of. I've looked at them for a long time, ever since I had the Nova 24. It was just their Facebook group, their community, their willingness to help. They'll answer emails at 8 o'clock at night most of the time. So, it's just, if you send an email and it's unanswered, and you're in a frantic mess, that's never good. And they understand that, and we understand that as well. And so that's why I'm thankful that Thunder we teamed up with Thunder, and they sell our products on their website. We sell their lasers on our website, and it brings two powerful companies together, especially on the customer support side, and just the just the way everything's built. I mean, everything, the machines are bulletproof. Our adhesive and our leatherette is amazing, and is going to outlast the hat. And so it just makes for a good combination, and we make good teammates.
I think so too. I think two words that come to mind when I compare, or not compare, but consider both Thunder and Lone Star is quality, and I think that they pair together very, very well. Um, just being that top notch quality, top notch service across the board. So you mentioned the new partnership with Thunder, where you are having their lasers on your website, your products on theirs. If there was one machine, I think I know which one it would be, but if there's one machine you would recommend to your customers engraving your products from Thunder, what would that machine be?
Probably the Bolt series, just the RF tube, the speed of it, the reliability, the detail. It's just an all in one package, and the price. I mean, for what you're getting an amazing machine for the price of the machine. And I've seen some people say, "Well, why is it so cheap?" That's just the way it is. But for the quality of the machine, your money's going a lot further with Thunder. And so I mean, it's just ever since it's the ease of use. I mean, you're able to unbox that machine, throw it on a desk, and especially the Bolt, the smaller one, and you're up and running in less than an hour, and you're cutting stuff out, and it's cool. It's got the air assist is built in, the air exhaust is built into it. You just gotta, pull that hose out, plug it up, slap it outside, and you're off to the races. And so just the quality of that machine, the 1,000 millimeters per second, it'll run that all day long. And it's just, and then backed by the customer service it's second to none.
I would agree. I have two bolts myself, and they are running all the time and always perfect. So
Yeah.
I can agree with you there. So, as far as what you're going to be doing moving forward, obviously you're a rapidly growing company. What is kind of next on the horizon for you, or anything you want to share?
So we went to what was that show? ISA.
Yep. In Las
So we
Vegas.
we
Yep.
we just went to ISA in Las Vegas. Actually, me and Sam were just hanging out there, so it was a good time. But we just bought a sticker machine. If you're part of our group, or maybe want to join our group, people are in love with our stickers, and no lie, in the past year and probably 10 months, we've spent an ungodly amount on stickers. So we decided that we were just going to buy our own machine. And so once we get that thing dialed in and are able to kind of explore the different options and stuff with that, we're actually going to be offering that service on our website, so we can print stickers to our customers as well. Our customers love our stickers. They get mad if they don't get a sticker in the box. So, it's fun. We cut up, we banter, we have a good time. And so that's one thing. And just, we get a lot of inspiration from our Facebook group and from our customers and stuff like that. And I even hate the word customer at this point, where everybody's family. But just getting that inspiration, and because I'm only thinking one sided. And so if we, people bring these ideas in, we get a lot of people that say, hey, what do you think about this? Or, hey, I got this product. I don't have a customer base like you do, but I would love to sell it. What do you think about selling this product? And so, if it's a good product, if it's trusting, if we can stand behind it, then I will definitely consider it. If I think it's something, just we've had a few products that I think have just blown people away. The acrylic being one of them. That was something that actually a customer reached out to me and said, hey, your adhesive works with acrylic. And so we were very fortunate to actually be able to team up with Romark and JP Plus, which is actually the Romark group now, and bring exclusive colorways. And so that's been a driving factor for us. And the red, white, and blue is huge. This is a custom color here that we're trying out. So it's at nickel, so it's got that real mirrored look. It's neat. It's crazy. It's something you've never seen, And so and then I got a few products here. These are dual layered laserable silicone patches here. So
Nice.
you have your outside border here, and these actually match the Richardson 112s, and they match our LSA hats, which are waterproof, but you just laser engrave on there. It's a laserable safe silicone, and it's already got adhesive applied to the back, and you're off to the races. So it's just different options, being able to do different things without having to outsource it. So it just creates, to me, it just brings, we're in this business to make money. And so if we can help drive sales for everyone, that's what we're going to do.
Awesome. So you've got a little bit different perspective, having been both a hat maker and now a supplier of all of these different things. So what would you say to someone that's brand new to your group, that is brand new to lasers, they just got there? What would be some of the things that you tell them, because they have no idea about adhesives, they have no idea about different materials? What would be your baseline advice to them and how to get started?
I tell you, the search feature is a great option. Pretty much every question that you have has been answered probably multiple times in the group. So, searching out keywords, stuff like that. And also, everybody in our group are willing to answer that question again most of the time. But YouTube, leaning on other makers, watching other videos, and just kind of soaking up that information. When I buy a piece of machinery, or I buy a material or something like that, even in at home, or like a lawnmower or power washer, whatever, I'm always watching videos and kind of listening to reviews, and just kind of getting the basics of that, the way that machine works. So when I get it in, I'm like, okay, I think I got the hang of this, and that's, you want that confidence when you're working with this type of it's not scary machinery, but a lot of people are scared to even. I've had people say that I've had my laser in the box for 6 months and I haven't opened it, and it's like,
Yeah.
I'm calling the freight driver saying, hey, where is my machine at? Like I'm unboxing this thing right as it hits the concrete. So it's being just being comfortable with your machine. You want to be comfortable with your materials. We do actually Chris Lacasio over there at Thunder helped us kind of put a library together that you can actually put on your Lightburn. You can upload to Lightburn. That kind of gives you a baseline to where you're not wasting a lot of material when you're running all these tests. So, and just the only way to actually troubleshoot your machinery is to just to get in there and do it, and just to try just to figure it. I tell you, it never fails. Any new machinery I got, I end up breaking it within the first couple hours of using it. But the good thing about that is I'm breaking that machine down, fixing it, and in the process, I'm learning how that machine works. And so that's it's a blessing in disguise, I guess you'd say. It really helps you kind of dial that thing in and really kind of be one with the machine, you know. So I think comfortability is and just kind of just soaking up as much information as you can. And you know, if you do ask a question on the Facebook page, give everybody that pertinent information that they need to be able to help you troubleshoot. You know, you'll have somebody and be like, they'll say, "Hey, my patch isn't sticking," you know, and it's like, well, what are your heat press settings? What did you clean it with? What did you do this? So, you know, we don't want to have to drag all that stuff out of you. We're not investigators. So if you can give us all that information, we can help answer your question very quickly.
Awesome. I think one of the next questions a lot of people ask when they get those things figured out. We've got the settings down. We know how to use the machines, and there's not an all be all end to this question. But from
Yes.
your point of view, a lot of people ask, what's the best way to acquire the customers that are going to be buying these products? In your opinion,
You know, I tell you, make samples. Show people what you can do. You know, find some local businesses, build relationships. You know, essentially, when you're making a hat, they're walking around. I don't have any hats here with a logo on them, but essentially, what you're doing is they're walking around, supporting your brand. It's a walking logo, walking billboard. So, um, you know, a lot of people think, you know, I see people post up and they're like, oh, you know, I can't make any money, this and that. If you're not making money, you're not trying hard enough. There's a lot, there's so much meat on the bone for everybody. And you know, you look at a ball game, you go to an event, you go to anything. How many people wear hats? I mean, probably 80 to 90% of men. And how many hats they need? A lot. You know, you sweat a hat, it looks like garbage. You know, at that point you need a new go out hat. So, you know, you got to hustle. You know, if you're not going to do it, somebody else is. And just get out there showing people what you can do, because they're not just because you buy a laser and you post it on your Instagram or your Facebook, they're not going to be knocking your door down. So you got to get out there and hustle and you know, don't take no for an answer.
yeah, no, I totally agree. I agree. You got to hustle. You got to just go after it. There's no substitute for hard work. There really
There's
isn't.
not. There's not. And once you build a name for yourself, that's when stuff starts flowing. And don't get discouraged. Because you know, when my small hat company is called Brimlines, it was on Instagram, and I posted here and there, and mostly it's my mom or my sister liking my post. But it was, you know, and that was like, oh man, I'm not getting any likes. Who cares? You know, because I'm getting so much word of mouth business, and I tell you, word of mouth business is your best. I tell everybody, a happy customer is going to be your best advertisement, because
Absolutely.
they're gonna preach your name through the roof, from the rooftops. So that's the best way to go.
Yeah. Hard work, and I think also, at least for me, and probably you too, is finding some joy in what you do and really loving it. So what has been in this whole process of creating this new brand of Lone Star here that's almost 2 years old? What's been your favorite part, your happiest, joyous moment or time period?
Probably the community, and the stories we hear about people saying, "Hey, you've taken my business to the next level." We absolutely love that. I mean, that is to 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 think that we're part of something bigger, and helping these people put money in their pockets is something that's absolutely amazing to me. And just building a community itself. You know, I started the Facebook, and we kind of, you know, we got a culture. Everybody respects everybody. And if they don't, we kick them out. I mean, that's all there is to it. You know, social media and online, it's a little different these days. You know, back in the day, you didn't have that. And maybe there's some stuff said on social media that you wouldn't say to people's faces, because
Oh yeah.
they get your teeth kicked in. These days, you know, there's no holds bar. I mean, they just say whatever, and it's not right, you know. And everybody needs, you don't know what somebody's going through, and you just need to have some patience. And you know, there are some people out there that want to hand it to them, and I get it. I understand that completely. And I tell them, hey, look, hey, do this, do this, do this. And if you can't figure it out, then, you know, post in the group or reach out or whatever. But, you know, at the end of the day, you definitely do need to figure it out, because if I'm helping you all this, you better give me a cut of what you're making, because, you know, we're partners at this point, you know, so, but you know, just the community itself, is where we love it, and everybody coming together. We don't have small-minded people in there. Even people in the same town are like grouping up together and being friends and hanging out and seeing them at shows. And it's just crazy to me, because when I first started, everything was so hush hush. Everything was so lock and key. Nobody was giving out information, and you had to figure it out on your own. But these days, it's a totally different game out there. Community over competition for sure.
Agreed on all counts there. So we've talked a little bit about your business, a little bit about Thunder, and we've kind of boiled it down to it's all about community. It's all about the hard work. Before we end on this, is there anything else that you want to share? Some advice, just points about your business, anything that you would like to put out there?
I don't know. I think just reliability. You want to deal, you know, and we deal with Thunder. We love Thunder, because of the reliability, the trust. And I think you can find that in our products. You can find that in our customer service. And if you're gonna, I know your business means the world to you, and you spend your hard-earned money building that business and growing that reputation. And if you're using a cheaper, lesser product, you don't want to ruin your reputation on something like that. Sometimes it's better to spend a little bit extra and just get that better product, because we stand behind our products. We're not just selling a product, we're selling a solution. And we want to make sure we're selling that reliability and just that trust. And so, join our Facebook group, join our community, and we're going to, I want, what they say, a rising tide, raises all ships. And that's where we're at. We're here, we're cutting edge, we're innovative, and we just want to grow. We want to grow we want to grow together. So, I guess that's all I got for now.
Awesome. It's been super awesome talking to you, learning a little bit more, sharing about your partnership there with Thunder. So where can everybody find your products and your group and all those good things?
So website's LoneStarAdhesive.com, and that's adhesive. Some people put adhesives. It's just singular. And then our Facebook group is Lone Star Adhesive Official Group. And make sure you fill out all the answers, because if not, you'll get put in a queue. And we get typically probably about 300 people a week that are trying to join the group. So make sure, and it could take a few days to get you approved on that. So make sure you're filling out all the questions on that, so you can get fast tracked into the group and start learning and growing with the community. So
awesome. Well, it's been great to chat with you. Everyone, if you are watching here, make sure to join those groups, get in there, answer questions if you know them, ask questions if you don't. I know the community is amazing. I'm a part of it myself. So Josh, thank you for joining us here on the Customer Spotlight.
Awesome. Thank you, brother.